Alright, so what's up everybody? Your boy John Deere Man 22 here. Welcome back to another video here on the channel. So today is April 23rd, 2026, and as always, welcome back to the channel. Been on YouTube for 9 years now. Let's get cracking right down the business. So my grandpa left this morning to go spraying. Go spray a batch, I guess. So that way you can at least get that done. With the stuff he's putting on, it works with the rain, so it's got to get incorporated into the ground by the rain. So it'll rain, so it's going to rain tonight. So I don't know if we'll be out in the field tomorrow. Saturday, I'm pretty sure we might be able to because of how much it's going to dry on Friday. Hopefully, it's going to dry up enough on Friday to the point where we can get out in the field on Saturday. So, other than that, we will see how shit goes from here. And yeah, so with that being said, yeah, we just had a little bit of an issue this morning with the motor on the water trailer. It kept trying to kill on us, and a few times it did. So kind of freaking irritating, but I don't know. Probably it was cold or something screwed up in it or some shit. So we'll have to see how it is when we officially start spraying. So anyway, so let's talk about FS25 Season 14. Another batch of 4 episodes. I know. I'm kind of trying to cut back on the episodes a little bit on Wednesdays. But I know usually I would try and get at least like 6 out or something like that. Or at least try and get like 6 or 7 made. Who knows, hell, maybe even 8 or 9 episodes. But now I've kind of started cutting back, and that's not a good sign for me. So hopefully maybe next Wednesday, which will be the 29th, which will be towards the end of April, because the last day in April is the 30th, and then we start in on May in the middle of that very same week. So it'll be next week that we will see the end of April and the start of May. So on April 29th, which will be next week, that will be when that will be when I get back home again and try and do some more FS25 Season 14. Now, obviously, so with the episodes I did yesterday, I finished up planting. Then I washed up the planter and the roller and the field cultivator and the 3 tractors, the 8400, the 6788, and the 8950, and got them washed up as well. Put everything away in the shed, and yeah, finally got everything rocking and rolling. So also, I know I left you guys out on a lot of the stuff because of the time that I had to sleep through the days to get to all the way up to November, and then dug the bean head out and dug everything out for harvest. And yeah, finally got started with that. So I finished, I finished up fields 7 and 20, which now 20 is officially sold. So that is no longer going to be in the lineup of fields. So someone else will get that back. So I have no idea who will own it. But anyway, so yeah. And then after that, then I moved the combine, or the 2188, and the 25-foot bean head over to field 21, which is on the other farm. And I started on that. But yeah, so I was going to try and do a few more episodes that day, but my mind just wasn't in it. And yeah, so it kind of sucks that I can't do much more about it. I know. It's gonna be a while with those things, but oh well. So other than that, so yeah, I know, and I'm now kind of regretting not putting the beans in the smaller bin at the other farm, because that's what I should have done instead of putting them in the bigger bin over there. So now the oats have to go in the smaller bin at the other farm. So yeah, so I'm pretty sure, considering I'm gonna leave so probably what I'm gonna do in the next episodes, which I will promise you guys that I will try and try and make at least 9 episodes or something along those lines next Wednesday. So I'm going to promise you guys that. And I'm going to try and hold true to my promise. I don't know, but I'm going to try. So anyway, next Wednesday, April 29th, I'm going to finish up combining beans, and then I'm just going to leave the 4755 and the auger. I'm going to leave the 4755 and the auger over at the other farm, and I'm just going to switch bins from the big one to the small one, and then we will go from there. And then but also I also got the swather going on the oats, so the oats will be ready to go by the time he's done working with that. So we'll see how well things go from here on out. So yeah, so we'll have to try and get some stuff done with that. And then I can at least, after I get done combining beans, I can put the bean head back on the trailer, hook the corn head up, and then leave the corn head hooked up to the 2188, because then after I get done combining oats, then I can combine corn. And then that means the auger will be back at the main farm on the other bin. And then, yeah, then harvest will be done, and then we'll be back to getting the disc plows out again and running those. So, yeah. I know, I'd probably would want to take the duals back off the 8400 to run the disc and run the disc plow, but probably not even going to bother with that. So, yeah. Otherwise, it's just not, it's just not like in my nature to run both the 8400 and the 2670 on both of the disc plows, which pretty much is what's going to happen, is that they will be ran on both the 8400 and the 67, or not the 67, the 2670, there we go, will both run on the disc plows after corn gets done. So, yeah. And then, as soon as winter hits, then it's back to hauling, then it's back to hooking both wagons back together again, getting the 8950 back out, and then we'll start hauling crops in the wintertime, making, hopefully getting decent progress bank load off of that. Not sure how much oats I'm going to I'll be hauling in, but trust me, if it's going to be anything like how high yielding the barley was at the start of the season, at the start of season 14, yeah, it's going to be kind of like that. And I mean, oh boy, if it's going to be anything like that, oh yeah. But, it's how it is. It's how things are going to go. So, otherwise, that's about all I will tell you guys about that, because, yeah, then I don't really know what all the other stuff is going to happen. Now, obviously, with April 22nd being left in the dust now we only got April 29th, which is another Wednesday. And then I have a couple other Wednesdays I think I have a few more Wednesdays in the month of May, in the graduation month of May. But not only that, but some of the days I'll probably be going home on a Sunday and staying the night on a Sunday. Because then, if I stay the night on a Sunday, then more season 14 episodes will be made, and then I can get those uploaded on a Monday when I get going back to work. So, yeah. So it's going to be something else, because Wednesdays are going to hardly work out, except for like the days that's raining out and we can't go out in the field. Then I'll be able to go home on Wednesdays, but Sundays is just, but some of the Wednesdays in the month of May are probably not going to work. So I'll probably have to improvise with a few Sundays. Just how that is. Can't help it. I wouldn't say no to it, but can't say yes to it either. So, yeah. So anyway, this weekend, me and my brother Max are gonna go back down to the creek again with the axe and the hatchet and the handsaw. And we are gonna go back to chopping up the rest of the big freaking tree that we cut down on Sunday. Well, it's the second one that we've cut down already, because it was rotted off at the bottom. Well, it was rotted at the bottom, so can't say it was rotted off because it was still there, but couldn't help it. Had to cut it down because it was creaking and groaning so much, and it was leaning in a bad way, so we had to cut him down. So we had to cut that. So we had to cut him up. Yet the big part into 5 logs, and then we will cut it. Then we'll cut the rest of the. I'll cut the rest of him up and probably throw him on the stick pile if need be. So otherwise, other than that, yeah. Oh, great. So, yeah. So it's been a morning already today. It's just not nice. It's just not nice right now because it's all over the damn place. But we're going to try. So, yeah. So anyway, I think we're about 45 days away from the summer 2026 concert. And we're also 44 days, I believe, till I announce the giveaway of the sunglasses. Now, obviously, I've been trying to keep track now, considering that we had to switch the date to June 6th. So, yeah. So now I've been trying to figure all this out, and we haven't been keeping up with the countdown either, because now that the countdown is all screwed up, we can't get much, we can't do much about it. So we'll have to see what happens with that. So obviously we're gonna try and make do with what there is, but But on that Saturday, June 6th, oh freaking boy, will it be the most hyped up day ever. To be honest with you guys, it's going to be the most hyped up day ever. So we'll have to just wait and see what happens. So I also did a little air guitar practice this morning. Did a little concert practice. Had to get some of that done this morning, considering I had a shitload of time this morning for myself. So, yeah. But I guess that's going to do it for today. I will talk to you guys all tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day. Stay safe out there, everyone. Love you guys. Later.